Whatever you think I am not that. I am solely a consciousness expressing itself through this vessel. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Meezy Mill, back today with some more knowledge. Now look, in today's video, bruh, I'm here to talk about misconceptions, aka lies, and the racism behind marijuana, right? Because you got to think about this. Why did all the previous presidents, from not even talking about 1930s, but all the old time presidents, right? All the old presidents used to grow hemp. They used to smoke on their porches. And that's what they called it. You got to think about what they call it. It used to be hemp. It used to be cannabis. And then it's now called marijuana. But who calls it marijuana? Or who calls it weed? You feel me? Think about it like that. And the word marijuana came from the Hispanic roots of what they want to call cannabis. And they transferred it and called it marijuana. And it was spelled marijuana with the H instead of a J. Then they translated it into English and called it marijuana with the J. So look. There's this dude by the name of Harry Anslinger, right? In the 1930s, this dude was part of the Commission of Federal Bureau for Narcotics, right? So in the 1930s, it was about 1933. This man, the propaganda that he was doing before that, it was canceled. So in 1936, he began to propose a new form of propaganda towards narcotics. Now, what he did was, cannabis that was already good, or it had, bro, you already know that cannabis, number one, the first lie about cannabis is it does not kill your brain cells. Like, you should know this by now. What it does is you have cannabinoid receptors, and your cannabinoid receptors, they are firing off and shit right there. And then whenever your the cannabis goes from one to the other, the THC, it does stop your receptors from firing off at certain rates. But it just keeps going like that. That's what weed does. It allows your receptors to stop the period wherever you have it's supposed to stop. But instead of your receptors stopping, it is able to continue to pulsate and continue to fire off these neurons into your bloodstream, into your brain. So instead of it stopping, it continues to go, and then you are getting high from that, right? So your brain cells don't die. Your brain cells just regenerate. And they tell you that your brain cells die and they make you lazy. That's another thing, bro. You don't get lazy from smoking weed. The reason you get lazy is because you are already lazy. And when you smoke weed, it makes you more of what you already are. All right. Now, in another video, I'm going to talk about the metaphysics behind weed, because weed is really not as bad as it is imposed on people. So look, in 1936, we got this dude. He starts his propaganda, and he starts putting it into the Hispanics and black communities. It's not like he's putting the drug in the community, but he's putting the propaganda and putting the media on these group of people. Now, you got to think about it. White people at this time were smoking weed, but it wasn't called weed. In the white communities, they called it cannabis. So whenever you put into the newspaper marijuana, this has a mental discrepancy between what you do and versus who and what this word is targeted towards. So we have black people and Mexican people who are being targeted by using the word marijuana, because in Spanish it's marijuana with the H, in English it's marijuana with the J. But in the white communities, they use cannabis, like, and hemp. Those are, bro, words are so important to what goes on in racism. So look, we got marijuana and hemp, and then they start making all this propaganda on, okay, this is what it does to you. It kills you. They started a TV show where it promoted the use of marijuana, but they had a negative connotation behind it. So they said that it started rape. It started victimizing people, and it started doing all of this towards the white community. Bro, this shit is so crazy. Like, they started this whole TV show called Reefer Madness. Go look this shit up, bro. And it had white people, and it even started saying that black people forgot their damn place in the society. And they started saying that black people would want to be with white people and white girls want to be with black people. Well, no shit, because white girls always have been in that situation where they wanted to date a black dude, but they couldn't because of racism. They wanted to date black dudes because black people are more physical, more stocky, more this, more that. And white girls wanted to date black dudes, so they start putting this onto that, and they said that black dudes start raping girls, black dudes start doing this, black dudes start doing that, all because of this marijuana. When in reality, all it does is just make you more of who you are. So if you're a loving person, you're gonna be more loving. If you are talking to a white girl, like me, I notice whenever I'm smoking, like I really did like smoking with white girls, and it was because they just cool as fuck. Like, it's not anything on, bro, I'ma rape you. Bitch, you cool, you cute, and you like me, I like you. That's all it was. It wasn't on no, I'ma go rape you, or I never had that mindset of, okay, we smoking. But it does, I ain't even gonna lie, it does increase your not testosterone, but it increases your sexual drive. Whenever you on it, it releases dopamine into your body. So it does make you want to do shit, but it don't make you want to fucking rape nobody. Like, come on, bro. That really made me mad when I found that out. But anyways, yeah, so we got that. Now, another lie we have is weed does not cause lung cancer. You know that weed actually stops and freezes some types of cancer, bro? Like, they knew this shit. Back in 2737 BC was the first time when marijuana was used as a drug to help, as a medically induceful drug, right? So they start using medical marijuana in 2737 BC. This, bro, we've been smoking weed on this earth for 10,000 years. Like, and it just now becomes just because of propaganda, news, and media. And because black people are now being able to get this, and they want to make money off of some type of propaganda. Like, do you realize that it really does not fucking cause cancer, bro? Like, it literally freezes and stops that shit. Like, that shit made me mad. You feel me? Now, I already know this video about to get demonetized because I'm cussing a lot. But, like, this is my true passion about this shit. Because, look, I grew up into black communities, and all I saw was weed and shit like that. And another fucking lie. Weed is not a gateway drug. It is a gateway drug for your mental capacity. It puts you in a different mind state, but that's for metaphysical terms. I'm gonna make another video about metaphysics. It does not make you want to do no heroin. I've never fucking smoked weed and be like, oh, let me go shoot up some heroin. Bro, what? What are you talking about? That's one of the biggest lies. It's like, there was a study done in 2013 where only about 1.8% of people who smoke weed were ever in a place or position where they wanted to do heroin or wanted to do anything else. 1.8%. But yeah, weed is a gateway drug. Oh, it is? Then tell me why alcohol is legal. Why has alcohol been legalized for so long, but we got marijuana, and marijuana kills nobody? You cannot die from smoking weed. You will never die from overdose on weed. But yeah, we got people, 2.8 to 3 million people a year die from alcohol consumption, die from alcohol driving, drunken driving, and shit like that. But whenever people smoke weed and they drive, what they do, they are more attentive. They are more paying attention to what's going on. And they even drive slower. So if they do get in a crash, they ain't gonna die because they already going 30 miles per hour under the speed limit. Even though that still is dangerous. But you get what I'm saying. You drive slower. You don't want to get pulled over by cops. You think more about the fact that you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble because it's illegal. All right? So look, with that being said, I'm gonna get mad. You feel me? I'm not trying to get mad. But hey, these are just some of the facts that I had to tell y'all. Because look, I'm not saying that weed is a good thing. I'm not saying that weed is a bad thing. Because it is all subjective versus on who you are, right? So me, I don't smoke weed anymore. But I'm telling you, I used to smoke weed every day, like for almost 2 years. And bro, it increased my mental capacity so much. And people are afraid to use it because of the fact that it has a bad stigma on it. Or if you go to, bro, another thing is, in I think it was 2010 or 2013, 2016, something like that. In the last 10 years, right? There was another study that was done where black people are 4 times more likely to get locked up and sent to prison than anybody who are white. Now, when I grew up, bro, I used to think that white people didn't even smoke weed. Like, that's how deep it get. I used to think white people didn't smoke weed. And then I started hanging around white people more, and I found out they smoke weed more than me. Like, some of my friends used to buy like 2 halves and smoke that shit in a week. Like, by themselves. Like, I should have just, whatever. You know what I mean, though? Like, it's not really that much, but shit, you know what I mean? It's just the fact that I would buy like 1/3, and then if I get caught with that, I can go to jail for my life. But if they get caught with a half, or they get a whole damn whatever, they can get half the time, or it might not even get pulled over. Like, tell me how. No, I'm not even gonna tell y'all about that. That's a whole different video. Y'all need to know about my life. But hey, I'm here as a subjective versus not subjective, but I'm here on a stance where I'm not choosing a side. I'm just strictly giving the facts on what it is, how it got to here, and I really can't do much as far as what we can do in the future, but I can as far as making these videos and letting people know the actual truth behind marijuana. Now, whenever you get to a certain point, you don't even get high no more. You got to think about what is high, all right? Now, that's the metaphysical video I'm going to be dropping probably tomorrow, because I'm going to record it like right now. But anyways, yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro, how much racism really affects our world. But yeah, people want to say stuff like, well, you can't even get over the fact that slavery happened. We weren't slaves. We were enslaved. That's a big difference. Always remember that. All right. Now, we can't. All right, look. One thing I do want to say is, to combat that theory that we can't get over slavery, if we don't even know about our history, we don't know about how we got to where we got, or why we are where we are, how we going to go to the future? Because if we are unaware about our history, history will repeat itself. And I'm not trying to have this shit repeat itself, because we're going through this shit for hundreds of years, and y'all get to the point where, well, y'all always want to smoke weed and be lazy. It's a lie. Like, that's my main point. That is a lie. Everything that you've been fed pretty much is lies. And I'm here to uncover the truth. That's all I'm here for, is truth, bro. So, yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out, bro.